Happy Thursday, May 21st, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Candace. I have been using the amazing products that is Isogenics for the past 5 months. And you guys, it has radically changed my entire life. To give you a little backstory on who I am and my story in general, when I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with something called polycystic ovarian syndrome. With that, there's 4 different types that you can have. It's like insulin resistance, hypothyroidism, and 2 other I can't think of right now, but I have all 4. I have the full spectrum when it comes to polycystic ovarian syndrome. So what stinks about that is at an early age, I've never in my life until actually recently had a normal cycle. I was forced on multiple different birth controls and different things like that. With having hypothyroidism, my body was like slowly decaying. I would hold on to a lot of water weight and didn't really know what was happening. I was super lethargic. I would get home from work and literally be a couch potato, like literally soak into my couch, stare at Netflix, stare at a wall, and just fall asleep. So it was like my daily routine was wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. There was no excitement. There was no anything. And I am a ball of energy. I'm Italian, Sicilian, and Greek. So for me to like have that be my normal was so sad and depressing to me personally. I tried everything for multiple months. I was on, oh there, I was on like different synthetic medications. I was taking supplements that were costing me about $1,000 to $1,200 a month, which is absolutely insane. With that, I was not seeing any difference. I was actually just peeing it all out. My body wasn't actually able to break down the supplements I was taking. So I was essentially just paying for expensive urine, if you will. Also, on top of that, they decided, hey, this isn't working for her. We're going to put this into a liquid. So then they took all the supplements that they suggested I needed to take into a liquid, and I had to start giving myself shots 2 times a day, once in my stomach, once in my butt. It was painful. I was gaining or just still gaining weight, not knowing what was going on. There was months at a time I would gain 15 pounds, not changing my diet, not changing anything I was doing whatsoever. It was just my body was freaking out. As a woman living in this society where we're told that skinny is beautiful and skinny is this and skinny is that, and why don't you look like her? It started eating away at my subconscious, at my self-confidence. I started thinking I wasn't worthy. I started thinking I wasn't, no one wanted to be with me. And it started really depleting me as a human, depleting me as a woman. And so ever since my girlfriend Toria introduced me to this amazing vehicle that is Isogenics. And what's amazing about this company is it is just food, right? It's filling in the gaps of the nutrition our food is lacking. It's not about what we're removing from our everyday lifestyle. It's about what we're adding into it. And so since I've added Isogenics into my life, as you can see here, in just 30 days from week 1 to week 4, I was able to release 12 pounds of toxic waste is what I like to call it, because it's basically what it is. Now, being 16 weeks into the program, I have now released over 27 pounds of toxic waste. I've released or lost over 19 and a half inches and all over my body, which is insane. What's also insane about this is I did not work out one time. I did not remove pizza. I did not remove wine. Again, I'm Italian. I can't remove that from my diet. That is something I will never give up. And so it's amazing that, again, this system was truly not about what I removed. It's about what I added in. I have had so much better sleep. I'm sleeping straight the night. I used to toss and turn. Now, once my head hits that pillow, I'm a rock until my alarm goes off in the morning. Sometimes I even wake up before my alarm. And y'all, that is wicked because I am not a morning person. My energy has skyrocketed now when I'm done with work, even though now we're in a different situation where I'm not going into work and then coming home. Now I have abundant energy throughout the day, which is way more than I could ever ask for. And more than anything, what this whole system has brought me is a community of women and men who have goals, who have dreams, who are up here and are striving for me to be up there too. And to me, that's a huge thing, right? Because I don't want to be, you are who you hang around. And so with that, the people that I get to hang around in this system and in this environment is absolutely incredible. And one of those incredible people that I'm so excited to introduce you to is Miss Crystal Che. I think I said it right. I hope I said it right. So first of all, she's incredible. What I love about her, I'm going to let her dive a little bit more into her story, but as you guys can see, oh, that's my alarm to dance for 5 minutes. As you guys can see, we had totally different goals when we joined this system. What's even cooler is that we actually got started on the same exact thing whenever we did this. And that's what's the coolest part to me, is not only was this something that we did differently in different countries, we had different goals, but our bodies adapted to that, what it needed, right? So first of all, Crystal and I haven't even met in person, right? She's in Canada, I'm in Florida, which is crazy. She's become one of my closest, dearest friends. We talk every single day, which is amazing. But I'm going to read off a few amazing points about her that I've personally learned this week that I wasn't even aware of. But every time I talk to her, I'm just like blown away by how freaking amazing she is. So first of all, she started in the health and wellness industry over a decade ago. So her knowledge of what we're doing with this is so large. She was a personal trainer. Now she's a naturopathic doctor. She's an online nutrition coach, and now she's working her way to full-time with Isogenics, which is awesome. She works full-time currently managing a gym and builds Isogenics right now in the pockets of her day, as well as being amazing mama to her precious son, Aiden. So now, because of this, she's been with Isogenics in our organization for 2 years. And because of that, she's been able to grow her personal organization to almost 750 people and is building towards complete financial freedom with her family. So everyone, I would love to introduce you to my personal friend, Crystal.
Oh, thank you so much, Candace. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. As you guys heard, we've only known each other for just a handful of months, but she's one of the most incredible people I've met in this journey that we've been on. And I'm really excited to chat with you guys all today and share a little bit more about why we're so passionate about these products, give you guys some education around what the pillars of the lifestyle is. I don't even want to call it a program. It really is something that you create into your lifestyle. But before I dive into that, I'll share a little bit more about my story. So I have been in the health and wellness industry for, oh my gosh, almost 15 years now, or over 15 years. I started as a personal trainer after having dealt with actually my own kind of weight journey in university. I gained the freshman 15 or 20 pounds. And it was through learning about fitness and learning about nutrition that I helped transform my own body. And I got really passionate about helping people do the same thing. So I got into personal training. Through that, I noticed that some people, had amazing results and other people struggled. So filling in the gaps, being the inquisitive person I was, I went back to naturopathic college, became a naturopathic doctor, practiced for a number of years, and really was still focusing on helping people transform their bodies using a lot of the habits and the lifestyle practices that we do within our lifestyle with the ISO life. Fast forward, I moved to Holland for a few years, had my little guy there. And so that was a big transition going there and pivoting, working there and still trying to figure out how I was going to serve people. And then fast forward again, we moved to Montreal just 2.5 years ago, another major life transition where I was jobless, had no community here. And I moved in winter, which in Montreal is like, 6 months of winter here, guys. It's really depressing. And it was around that time that I met my enrolling sponsor, Sydney Lish. She was a 22-year-old fireball. And what I loved about her was that she exuded the kind of energy that I wanted to be around. I was curious about getting to know her. And she introduced me to this system. At the time, I wasn't mentally ready to get started. I was curious about the business, but also curious about the products. And fast forward a few months later, when I started working full-time, managing a gym, managing being a mom, managing being a wife, I quickly found myself really exhausted, not having the time or the energy to want to meal prep everything. Because keep in mind, guys, I know I've used a lot of things. I've, done things with my own body. I've transformed my own body many times. I've also helped clients do the same. And I was always looking for tools that were going to help make my life easier, fit seamlessly into my lifestyle, but also something that I could sustain for a long term. And when I really dove deep into learning about isogenics, as skeptical as I was in the beginning, I was like, what do I have to lose? There's a 30-day money back guarantee. Let's test it on myself. If I don't see any results and I don't like it, I can send it back. So I got started on the products. And for me at the time, it was, I need energy because I'm falling asleep putting my 2-year-old at the time to bed at 7 o'clock. I have no energy for my husband at the end of the day. Poor guy. But also time. I wanted to save time. So I got started on the products, and within a couple of days, my energy really started to shift. I started to feel like myself again. I started to feel more joy in my life. I was plugging into the community that we have, and I felt so supported and so encouraged for one of the first times in my life, having come from, months of winter here and no connections. And it filled me up so much. And by the end of the 30 days, this is my first 30-day experience that you're seeing on the screen, I released, I think, 8 pounds, like 3% body fat, which on an already fit, healthy person made a difference. And more than anything, I just felt so good. And I knew that I wanted to share that with other people. When I saw how simple it was, I was like, this would be cruel not to help people see how simple this could be to incorporate into their life and to see results. So that's why I've been sharing for the last 2 years. It's been an incredible journey. And every day I get excited to chat with more people and to share this gift with them. So with that being said, we're going to go to before we talk about some of the pillars, I want to talk about, why would you want to take a look at this, and what kind of challenges that we face in our day-to-day life that isogenics really helps to fill those gaps. So the first thing is toxicity. Industrial revolution, everything that we've experienced over the last couple of 100 years, we're now bombarded. Our bodies are bombarded every single day from the food that we're putting into our body. Has it been sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, whatever? I don't eat everything organic. So I know that my body is getting some of those things into my system, and I need a way to manage that, right? From what we drink to what we breathe, what we absorb through our skin, through our food, but also the noise all around us, the stress, and that kind of goes into the second one. We're dealing, I think, more, and now is I think like a spotlight on the stress that we're really experiencing with the pandemic that's going on. We're feeling a lot of not just physical stress, but emotional stress, psychological stress, and the financial and economic stress that's happened in the world is very visceral. It's very real. I have a lot of friends personally who have been financially affected by it. And the amazing thing about isogenics is it's not just about shakes. You're going to learn today that it's so much more than that. There's an amazing opportunity also financially, and Candace is going to go over that with us. But if we look at some of these other challenges, a deficient food system, when we think of how food is produced these days, agriculture, it's not the way it was 60 years ago. Our crops are being overcropped. We're trying to yield more things, which means that the single item is actually getting less nutrients from the soil. So overproduction of things means that foods are actually less abundant in those important micronutrients that our body needs for every function in the body. But then also the farming practices have really depleted our soils. So those two things combined have really made for a really deficient food system. And actually, I posted this on my Instagram the other day. Literally yesterday, I saw this post by Dr. Nicola. Just give me a second to pull it up. Nicolatano. It was incredible. And I wasn't planning on doing this initially, but when I saw this post, if you go through my Insta stories and actually click on the post, he talks about how regular fruits and vegetables, the reduction of those important micronutrients is so alarming, like 50% less vitamin C, 30% less iron in the regular foods that we are consuming. So in order to get the same amount of actual nutrition, we have to be eating a ton more food. Eating a ton more food means a lot more excess calories, and a lot of that also contributes to that weight gain that we're experiencing. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle with our food system, and we really need support as a result to kind of fill in those gaps. And then the last thing is the support. You know, we've touched on the community aspect of this, and you know, when you're trying to do things by yourself, I'm just gonna, I'll do this on my own. You know, no one will need to know about it. It's a very lonely place. And what I also know is it's really easy to not show up for yourself. It's really easy to be like, I'm not going to do that workout today. But when you have a group of people who are so highly accountable, people who are going to take your hand and walk you through this with you, you want to show up. You want to show up for that workout. You want to share that you're having that, you know, healthy meal at the end of the day. And that kind of support not only gets you through your first 30 days, but it helps you long-term have the results that you want. And not to mention some of the friendships that we're developing. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. We're going to talk about the core products in our product line, the things that are going to be the pillars in helping you manage all those challenges that we just talked about. So first thing is, everyone has to eat. And we want to be eating things that are going to be the most nutrient dense in the fewest amount of calories. And that's what this core product of our Isoline shake does for you. You know, I can list off a lot of the benefits, like it having 24 grams of, you know, whey protein that's grass-fed. Those things are all great. You know, the digestive enzymes that are in there, the probiotics, the, you know, I don't even know how many, 100 different macronutrients and micronutrients. But at the end of the day, what the shake does in terms of the benefit, it takes you 1 minute or less to make a meal. You can travel with it. It saves you time. It tastes amazing. For busy people, this is essential. Like, I don't know how I could get through my morning, getting my kid ready for work, to go to daycare. This is pre everything. But even now, I'm like, life is still really stressful at home trying to do all the things. And to know that 2 of the meals that I have out of the day are so easy to create, that's so important for me. Might be important for you too. So this is one of those key products that I will not go a day without. I've been doing this for 2 years, and every single morning I look forward to my vanilla chai, plant-based shake with greens, with my ionics. We'll talk about those in a little bit, but like, I'm obsessed. I love it. It becomes a habit, and every day I look forward to it. So love the Isoline shake. Okay, so we got to eat. We also have to detoxify and help our bodies do that. Yes, your body has organs of elimination, the skin, the liver, the kidneys, but with all of the stressors inputting into our body, into our minds, we need a little support. And you don't really know what you don't know. So I was healthy before I started this, and then I did a couple of cleanse days, and I was like, wow, maybe my body needed a little bit more support than I thought. And now that I've been doing intermittent fasting with our Cleanse for Life so consistently over the last 2 years, I feel incredible after a cleanse day. So this product, it's an aloe-based drink. It supports your liver and kidneys. It's not a poop cleanse. You're not going to be on the toilet. You might be peeing a little bit more, but that's also because you're going to be hydrating your body quite a bit throughout the day, really flushing out the cells. And we like to call it kind of like an oil change for your cells. And when you combine this with the practice of intermittent fasting, you're actually going to not only see fat burning, because a lot of people think, oh, is this only if you want to lose weight? No, this is for overall health, well-being, longevity. What happens when you're in that intermittent fasting state using this product, especially when you do it for more than 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours is where you see so much of the cell regeneration and what we call autophagy. That's where your crappy cells that are not functioning that well are broken down and replaced with new cells. This is so important. It's not just about the weight loss. It's about actually good cell turnover so that your body can function properly. So I highly recommend doing cleanses regularly. We just did an 11-day, and we're going to do another one starting June 1st. So you're actually seeing this at a really great time. But when we do these as a group, number one, it's fun. Number two, you get chocolate. You get little snacks to help keep your brain functioning and your blood sugars level throughout the day. So it's not a water fast. It's not like you're not having anything. You're truly supported nutritionally. And it's such an amazing experience when you do it regularly. You really see some long-term benefits with this. So that's an absolute must core product to have into your routine. All right. So we need to eat, we need to help our body detoxify, and we need to help manage stress. Stress is rampant, right? We need ways to cope that are not just baking banana bread and stuffing our face. I did a lot of that. I'm not going to lie. The first couple of weeks of this whole thing, I was stress eating. We were baking a lot. But the amazing thing was I kept leaning in to my system. And without this product, I think I would have been much worse for wear if I didn't have it. Ionics is our tonic that you take first thing in the morning. That is what's called an adaptogen. So it helps your body adapt to stress. If you're too high, it'll help bring you down a little bit. A lot of people are experiencing anxiety. I've felt it. Maybe you have too. If you're feeling really low, it's going to help bring the energy back up a little bit. So it's a modulator of energy. It's a modulator of that stress hormone cortisol. And I will not go a day without this. This is like the energy that you need to kickstart your day and to help balance you out. So Ionics, third pillar, manage stress. Okay. A lot of questions that we get around our system and this lifestyle is, well, am I just going to be drinking, shakes and having liquid meals for the rest of my life? And this is what the day is going to look like? And the answer is no. There is so much food. As you heard Candace share, she likes her pizza. She likes her wine. Amen. I will not give up those things. They are a part of my love language is food. I'm a foodie at heart. I absolutely love food. There's no way I would do this program if there wasn't good food part of it. But it's about balance. And you can see from the slide, you start with a shake, you have a healthy small snack, you do another shake, you have another snack, and you have a healthy, balanced meal at the end of the day. Can it include pizza, wine? Yeah, of course it can. It doesn't have to be perfect to see results. And you heard Candace share, in her first 30 days, she had all those things, didn't work out, and still saw amazing results. So it's a testament to this system working so well together on all of those levels to help you achieve your results. And, you get fat burning chocolate. I love chocolate. I look forward to these Ice of Delights every single day. They're amazing. So this is what your day is going to look like. Not all about liquid meals. Chocolate is like crack. Okay. So those are the key core pillar products that we have, but we also have a lot of these other supportive products that work synergistically with those pillars. So some of the all of these I love, but the Ice of Delight is one of those products that helps you manage your cravings. It's like non-negotiable when people tell me they want to do a cleanse day. They're not doing it without an Ice of Delight because they're not going to enjoy themselves as much. So we do it with an Ice of Delight. They're absolutely delicious. I can't even pick a favorite because I love all of them. The organic greens is like having 2 plated organic vegetables. And I don't know about you, but I find it very difficult to get 10 servings of vegetables throughout the day. It's just not going to happen. This is my insurance. I put it in a shake every single day. My kid has it because kids are freaking picky. Let's be honest. So it ensures that my kid gets greens in him too. Won't go a day without greens. And then some of these other products, I love the Amped line. I love to work out. And if mama's going to work out for 20 minutes and she doesn't have a lot of time, she wants to make it efficient and get results out of it. So I use some of the pre-workouts, the Amped Power. I love it. The Amped Nitro is amazing as well. Those are our 2 pre-workouts. The electrolyte mix, the Amped Hydrate, is amazing if you're ever, doing long distance anything, or just on a super hot day you want something refreshing. We make popsicles out of them. And then the Amped Repair is one of my favorite products. Oh my gosh, I could go on about it, but it helps you, repair those muscles, the damage that happens with working out, and get back to working out intensely the next day or the day after. It's amazing. I love it. Some other key products, we've got I'll touch on the Complete Essentials. Those are our vitamins. They're in AM and PM tear packs that are so convenient. Everything's there. All of your micronutrients, your omega-3 fats, the super important fats for your brain health. And we have something called, oh my God, product B. What am I totally forgetting the name of it? But the isogenesis, yes, it's the telomere support. So the ends of your DNA get snipped every time a cell divides, and it actually helps to not elongate it, but keep it from snipping too much. And when it snips too much, the cell is going to die eventually, and that's what causes aging. So we call this our anti-aging in our little tear packs, because it helps support our cells to keep them staying longer, healthier. Okay, and they're wrapped in veggie caps, yes. Okay, so just a few of the items that we love that are so supportive. Okay, we get a lot of questions. We're gonna help to answer some of those thoughts and questions that might be coming up. Do you eat real food? We kind of answered that already. Of course, you're gonna eat real food. There's gonna be lots of food to eat. People are often surprised at how filling the shake is. I had a girl that just messaged me yesterday. She just got started this week, and she's like, is it 2 scoops of the shake? Because I feel like I can't get through a whole shake. And I'm like, yes, it's filling. It's way more than you think it's going to be. It sustains you for a few hours before you're ready for that next snack or that meal. A cleanse day, in a nutshell, you're going to have that Cleanse for Life tonic 4 times throughout the day. In between that, you're going to have some of those supportive snack items like the Isla Delight or the peanut butter snack bite or the Whey Thins. These are our high protein chip that are, conveniently packaged. So it helps to keep your blood sugars level and make your experience amazing. So it's not just drink water and you're going to be fasting throughout the entire day. What do you eat for dinner? What are some of the snacks? So we always have a ton of resources available for all of our customers. We have guides that we create. We have recipes. We'll be sending you guys and tagging. Hey, buddy, this is Aiden. Okay, you got to be quiet while Mommy does her presentation, okay? And the snacks, you can do your own snacks, and your enrolling sponsor can help you, figure out what snacks are going to be appropriate for your goals. But we also have all of those snacks provided in our systems as well. We'll talk about the packs in a second, but we have some amazing snack ideas as well. And if you don't need to lose weight, you absolutely can get things customized to help you gain weight. There's tons of people who are looking for lean muscle. Weight loss isn't an important thing. It wasn't for me. So I've adapted the system to make it work for me and to make sure that I'm continuing to see like lean muscle gain. Let's see. I'm on the go all the time. I might be too busy. Guys, this is not one of those things that takes a lot of time. This will save you time. It will save you money. And really what it is a reallocation of your grocery spending, which might not be serving your goals right now, into the products that will help your goals, okay? What do you add to the shakes? You can add things like the greens, which I mentioned before. Ionics, if you can't stomach it on its own. Some people have really sensitive stomachs, so I tell them to put it into their shake. But again, depending on what your goals are, working with your enrolling sponsor, you're going to determine what will be the best fit for you. Do you have to do this forever? Well, if you found something that made you feel amazing and got your results, why would you stop? I don't know. That one's a pretty easy answer to me. I love it. I've seen results. I continue to see results. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep putting these products in my body. If your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever wants to do it, we're getting them their own box, because you will quickly find out. You're like, how is it 2 weeks in? And I'm like, done my shakes. I guess I have to order more because my husband and my kid have been eating it. We got them their own box. You don't have to work out. Candace already told you that. She saw amazing results without workouts, but obviously adding physical activity is only going to help get you even more incredible results. So we will support you no matter where you're starting, and we will help give you resources to take things to the next level when you're ready. Is it expensive? We get that question too. Tell me where you can get a fully macronutrient balanced meal for 240 calories for under $4. It's really hard to find, you guys. So when you really do the price comparison of what you might be spending, if you go to a Starbucks, you go buy lunch out, or you buy dinner out, this is actually going to save you a ton of money. And we've got options for every budget. Our starting systems go anywhere from $10 a day, even less if you wanted a smaller pack, up to $20 a day. And we're going to work with you to find something that works best for your budget. And if you don't like it, you can eat for 29 days, literally eat everything and say, didn't like it, didn't see any results, and get your money back. So let me ask you this. If you went to your grocery store, bought groceries for the month, ate everything, and then went back and said, I want my money back, would they ever do that? Heck no, right? Like, you would never get that. We feel so confident that you're either going to see results, which you do, or you're going to get your money back. And we have a less than 1% global return rate. So that's why we feel so confident that we can actually say that. Okay, last thing. Do I have to sell this stuff? I don't know. If I just want to try it myself. Hey, you can be a happy customer if that's all you want to be. I'm going to let Candace take over and talk a little bit more about this and what this could do for you financially if you chose to share it with a few friends.
Thank you so much, Crystal. That was such incredible information, first of all, and really made me think about a lot of things that I hadn't thought about in a while. So thank you. So to answer Crystal's last question, do you have to sell this stuff? No, you absolutely don't have to. But what is amazing is when you feel so magical, you want to share it with every single person that you possibly can. So I want to share how you guys have the opportunity to be able to eat for free. And since I've been doing this since January now, I don't think that I've paid for food other than like groceries in a very long time. And I do groceries for my dinner, so that's awesome. So let's say that this stunning, fabulous blonde on the beach, because that's where I wish I could be. Our beaches haven't completely opened yet where I live in Florida, so that's just me dreaming. And then for this example, let's also say that me, started with a value pack, which is something I did started with. We'll explain the packs here in a second, but for this, I just want to use that as an example. So let's say for my story that I share with my friend Bob, and he starts with the value pack. Yes, US dollars. Excuse me. This is for US dollars. I know we have a few other countries on today. But in US dollars, I share this with my friend Bob, and he is so excited. And he says, you know what, Candace, I want to start exactly with what you started. Let's start with the value pack. I said, all right, let's get going because my results are amazing. I cannot wait for you to see your own results. So Bob starts because of that, this incredible company gifts me with $100 saying, congratulations for sharing your story. We are so proud of you. Let's say I just keep sharing because I have so much abundant energy and I can't wait for all of my friends to feel this good. So then I share this with my other friend, Susie, and she says the same thing. Candace, I want to start on the same pack that you do, because oftentimes when you're sharing, people are going to start based off of what you started with because they're seeing your results. Again, what's really cool about this, side note, me and Crystal started with the same exact pack. We both are with the same thing, and our bodies needed two separate things. But this nutrition system is so incredible. It helps aid your body in what it needs. So all that to say, Bob and Susie both start. Because of that, I get gifted $100 for each person. What's even crazier about that, if I get Bob and Susie started in the same week, then the company comes in and says, you are crushing your goals, girl. We're actually going to double what we were going to pay you. And instead of giving you $100 for each of these enrollments, we're going to give you $200. So now I have earned a total of $400 in 1 week. And that is insane. Depending on what pack you start, this could almost pay for everything. What's also cool is once I have one person on my left and one person on my right, this advances me to our first level in our company called consultant. And if I do this within 30 days of me getting started on the system, the company rewards me with another $100 to celebrate my wins. So this now puts me at $500. So I want you guys to think about it. Not only could this pay for all of your products, what else would you be able to do with $500? Because this $100 to each time someone gets started is a history long thing. That does not cap. Now, the bonus of being consultant obviously only happens once, but every time I sign someone up with the same pack that I got started with, the company rewards me with $100. So just remember that. Also, let's say that Bob gets so excited about the results that he's seen that now he wants to share his results with people. So he shares it with two of his friends. Because he shared it with two of his friends and he has one person on his left and one person on his right, that means he is now a consultant. And the company now rewards me for creating a consultant by giving me another $100, which is crazy just to think about that. Then also Susie is seeing the incredible impact that she is receiving and she is sharing. And because she is sharing, she also becomes a consultant with one person on her left and one person on her right. What's incredible about this is I have now earned another $100, getting me to $700. So think about that, $700. When I try to think about how many hours in my old job that I would have to work in order to make $700, that's probably like 2 weeks worth, right? And this is something that you can do super easy. This is multiplication, right? So you're taking your time and you're stretching it out. What's cool about this is once you have one consultant on your left and one consultant on your right, this is what's called a crystal manager. And if you can do this within 60 days of starting, the company rewards you with $250. So if we look at this now, that's an additional almost $1,000. And when you think about it right now, money is tight, especially for all of us. We're trying to figure out this new norm that we're all in, and being able to just share this. What's even better is that this is an anyway product, meaning that people are going to be buying food anyway. To Crystal's point earlier, when people ask, is this expensive? Well, when you think about how much you're spending when you go out to eat, when you buy stuff at Starbucks, different things like that, a $3 or less than $4 shake really is not that expensive. And to get the nutrients that you're getting in this shake and they're going to make you feel better than you ever knew you could feel, I will pay all the dollars in the world to be able to feel this way. And I would start over, but I would start over way sooner if I knew how amazing I was going to feel. So there's several different ways that you can start. Like she said, we will figure out, talk to you, whoever, got you on this call to discuss if a pack would be best for you, or if you're currently just at a place financially that you can only do shakes. This first pack here though is called the basic pack. What this is, it's really the bare bones of our system. It's giving you 2 shakes a day for 30 days. Do know that when you're purchasing these packs, that it is going to give you a one-time shipment of your entire 30 days. So you're not getting a shipment weekly or bi-weekly, you're getting it all at once, which is really convenient because you don't have to go to the grocer or all that kind of stuff. So again, you're getting 2 shakes a day for 30 days. You're getting your mommy juice is what we like to call it, of the de-stressor or the ionics. You're getting enough fuel for your ionics. You can get chocolates if you want, and then you're also getting your accelerator and your flush that help reboost your metabolism and help your organs redigest a little bit better. The system that both Crystal and I both got started on is called the Value Pack, and what it is it's really the most bang for your buck. It's also 85 to like 90% of your food for 30 days, which is incredible. You get this incredible blend, like it's like a Nutri-Blender, and this thing saves my life. The cleanup is super easy because you're blending in the cup, you're drinking it out, and then you're throwing it in the dishwasher. You're getting your 2 shakes a day for 30 days. You're getting your cleanse, you're getting your ionics. You're also going to be getting the greens that Crystal was talking about, which is incredible. You're also going to get the complete essentials, which is great. You'll get the whey thins, which is like a savory crunch because I have an oral fixation and love to chew, and this helps me deplete those cravings every single time. You get the shots, which are a quick little 5-hour energy that don't deal with the crash because they are all plant-based, extremely nutritious. They Every time I've had them, I'm always like waiting for that crash to come, like when you have a 5-hour energy or a Red Bull, and then I'm like, oh wait, I still feel amazing. What's going on here? And then you also get the Isodelights, and you guys, these Isodelights are my favorite thing. There are days I have two. When I am PMSing, sometimes my boyfriend is like, hey, go get you a chocolate, because he knows that it helps balance my hormones as well, which is kind of crazy. So if there's a chocolate that I can eat that is fat burning, helping me with my hormones, and it is chocolate, I will take it. So I'm a big fan of that. So I want to thank you all for joining Crystal and I today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope that you learned something. I hope that this gets you excited to know that where you are right now is not where you have to be forever. You are not stuck. You are not in this body that you're currently in that you're unhappy with, or this mood that you're in. You don't have to be there forever. And that's beautiful, right? Where you are now is not where you have to be in the next week, in the next month, and the next year. So all that to say, we are so thankful for each and every one of you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. If you have any questions at all, reach out to either Crystal or I on Instagram. We would be happy to help you guys with anything that you guys have going on. We love you all. Happy Thursday.